Hello everybody and welcome back to the Edge0626 Q&A series for the month of December. And before I get into the actual questions, I just want to say this is a gameplay on Operation Locker on Battlefield 4. I was playing with a couple buddies, my buddy Grenade and another one of my buddies, Dr. Pimpenstein, who I met through Grenade. So, it's a pretty good time. I think we lost this game though, so I did pretty decent though, so it's enough for me to post on YouTube. Anyway, and if you can't tell from my joyful sounding voice, is I finally fucking ended my semester literally about 2 hours ago, so at the time of me recording this video. And now I'm free, so that means y'all are gonna get me for a whole month streaming videos. Oh, welcome to hell. Nah, but I'm just messing around. Anyway, so for the questions, let's get right into those. I got a couple of these pretty good ones. First question comes from my buddy Iris and Jen. He says, first thing you would tell yourself if you went back in time. And the video I said put comments in the leave questions in the comments section. The video I said to do that was probably about a little bit less than a month ago maybe. And I've been stewing on this question for that long. So I usually read and reply to comments as soon as possible, or as soon as I can. So I actually had to stew on this one a little bit. First thing, if I told myself if I would go back in time, let's put it like this: if as humans we make a lot of mistakes, and from those mistakes we have a lot of regrets. Now, in my case, I have a shit ton of regrets that linger in the back of my mind ever so often from when I was middle school and high school. So, if the first thing I'd tell my younger self if I went back in time would probably be whatever you plan on doing that's gonna, like, how do I say this, like if I were to see my past self and he was about to do something stupid that I know I would regret in the future, I tell him, whatever the fuck you're doing, don't do it, because that shit's gonna bother you for the rest of your life. So that's kind of how I think of it. I know it's really fucking deep, and I kind of don't want to get into all my personal problems or whatever my personal life is, but that's the truth, man. If you ask me, I probably have the same question as a lot of, or not question, but I probably have the same answer as a lot of other people who would be asked this question. Whatever tell my past self, hey, dickhead, don't do this. That's pretty much what I'd say. And even though it's not, once, as Iris clearly stated, like if you were to one time do it, I probably had to do that maybe about 10 times. So still good enough, right? As long as I'll be happy, as long as my future self will be happier, right? But anyway, so that's how I feel about that question. So thanks for leaving me that question, Iris. Deep shit today on the channel, huh? Next question comes from my little brother. He asked me, would you rather go 100 years forward in time or 100 years backwards? This is an easy one, even though I did kind of stew on this one a little bit as well. This is easy because, as a history buff, history is, of course, in the past. So if I was to go 100 years backward, excuse me, if I was to go 100 years backwards, what are we in? We're pretty much in the end of 2016. So what would I go into 100 years ago? World War I, probably at the time one of the greatest wars in history. World War II, the Great Depression, not something I'd want to experience when I go backwards in time, but it'd be nice to know how how the living was back then, or yeah, kind of cool to know, I guess. Let's see, World War II, my favorite war to learn about in history. Korean War, which is, I'd probably meet our grandfather in Italy, where he was stationed, I guess as a, what do you call, reinforcements or something, or some troops to reinforce a specific area, I don't know. But, yeah, so Korean War, the Cold War, not my favorite thing to learn about, but it's still that's still another thing. Our dad went through that, Christopher, so. And lots of other stuff, basically. Like, all this insane shit happened 100 years, within the last 100 years. So, and in the future, if I was to go 100 years into the future, I'd be fearful for the human race, because A, there's a chance we may or may not be here anymore. Who knows? The Earth may have exploded from something, I don't know. So there's a chance we may not be here anymore. Everyone would probably be a pussy, because at the way humanity is right now, since everyone wants to be offended by everything, I'd probably be surrounded by fucking sniveling pussies. So, I'm good, thank you. I'd rather go back 100 years in time for, of course, the reasons I just stated. Not that I want to experience any of those wars that, those people had experienced, but, as long as I can not get hurt, something like that. But, if I can just, spectate a battle or something and not get hurt, that would be cool. Because that, like I said, I love history, and I love the history of warfare, so. And probably the best parts of the history of warfare came after 1900. So, sorry, I'm clearing my throat a lot, but yeah, so those are pretty good questions. If you guys, like I always say, if you guys want to leave me questions, I always have a commentary, and then I say, hey, leave questions in the bottom. I'm hoping in the comment section or whatever, but I'm hoping at some point 2017 will bring me a lot more subscribers and a lot more people to ask questions, who will ask questions, because I really do like doing this series. I've been looking forward to it forever, because I said once I hit 100 subs I would do this, and I've hit that 100 subs, and I was expecting I at least get like 4 to 5, well, maybe not 5, but at least 4 questions a video every time I would say, hey, the Q&A will be coming up. But yeah, and I actually took a long time to do this Q&A today, because it took a long time because of all the schoolwork and all that stuff from college, writing a bunch of research papers. What did I have to do? I had to write 3 fucking essays. I had a bio final, which was fucking horrible. I just took my Spanish final and fucking passed, motherfuckers. So I'm pretty happy about that. Actually, what I was planning on doing is I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna upload it on Wednesday of me breaking down, what it was like for me this semester. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do that at some point, because I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. To break down an entire 3-4 months out of my life. Talk about my experiences, my classes. I did something similar to this prior before I actually started this semester. So I figure why not do the same thing, except talk about the end of it pretty much. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Be interested in kind of watching that, because I know a lot of my subscribers, are a lot older now. Either they went to college, or that was a long time ago, or they just haven't gone at all. And that's okay, because like I always say, college is a choice. You really don't have to. But I guess in today's day and age, it's relatively needed, because apparently no one will fucking hire you if you don't have some sort of education. Unless you want to work at McDonald's the rest of your life. But yeah, so I figured I'd give some insight into anyone who either is planning on going to college, or in the process of anything that's related to either going to college or currently in it, that type of thing. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'm under the weather or not, but it's fucking cold up here in New Jersey. It's horrible and I hate it. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Q&A. The gameplay is pretty much coming to an end. And I'm looking at the score, I think we did lose this game, so it's really hard to it's relatively hard to pull off epic comebacks in games like Battlefield, if you ask me, because you know, it's more realistic based. Like, it's a lot harder. Like, once your team pulls off elite, like gets ahead in a lead or whatever, it's really hard to try and come back, make epic comebacks and stuff. I mean, hell, I mean, of all people, I mean, I should be talking because I've had people pull off epic comebacks on my team, not only in TDM, but also in Conquest of all fucking games, when we're losing by 200 plus tickets, and all of a sudden our team decides to lose all of our flags, and, you know, we get fucked by it. So that's pretty much it for that. Anyway, once again, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna be doing a lot of uploads this week for Christmas and all that type of stuff, so I will see you guys on the next video of me breaking down my college semester. So, and when I do that, I'll see you guys all on the next one. And damn it, I was right, we did lose. See you guys later. And for the record, Roadblock was fucking terrible last night. Fucking hell, WWE. At least my Rangers won in the fucking shootout against the Devils. Fuck the Devils. See you guys later.